You weren't born socially awkward. You just never trained your social muscle. And like any untrained muscle, it weakens through neglect. But here's the truth. No one tells you. You can train it, just like discipline, confidence, or creativity. Social mastery isn't optional. It's your most underrated competitive edge. Because connection isn't just a nice to have. It's currency, it's access, it's opportunity, and it's trainable. This video is about overcoming social anxiety, the discipline code to build confidence. We'll break down 6 key techniques: micro skill reps, the 70-30 listening rule, curiosity redirection, social momentum, context banking, and the vulnerability staircase. In a digital world saturated with content, the human element is what cuts through the noise. This is where your journey begins. It starts with understanding what social anxiety is and how you can reframe it in your mind to master it once and for all. To begin, this is what I call the white belt trap. Most people think social skills are a talent. You either have it or you don't. So if you're anxious in groups, quiet in conversation, or drained by small talk, you assume something's wrong with you. But that's the white belt trap. The truth is, social anxiety isn't weakness. It's ancient survival wiring. Your brain evolved over hundreds of thousands of years to keep you safe in groups. Back in tribal days, being excluded meant death. No food sharing, no protection, no belonging. That flutter in your stomach before you speak. It's not dysfunction, it's a perfectly working system. Social anxiety is your brain's way of saying, this interaction matters. So don't silence the signal, train with it. Now that you understand what that anxiety is, you can reframe it in your mind. Here's how one of my students did it. The Blue Belt Unlock. One of my students was a creative director who dreaded networking. He was extremely talented but lacked confidence, and it showed. He felt judged anytime he was around groups of people. However, we didn't try to fix his personality. We trained it to become confident. First, we reframed his anxiety, not as fear, but as fuel. Instead of seeing that nervous energy as a warning sign, we treated it as a signal to show he cares. We trained him to remember that anxiety and excitement feel nearly identical in the body. Anytime he felt his adrenaline increase, he reminded himself it was a sign of readiness, not a threat. With time and practice, everything changed. We also practiced micro skills, eye contact while ordering coffee, asking one follow-up question per meeting, staying 60 seconds longer in conversations than his instinct told him. 6 months later, he wasn't just more confident, he was hosting his own community meetups. He built connection not from natural charm, but from daily reps. The same applies to you. Your current social comfort zone isn't fixed. It's just a reflection of your training history. Change the training, change the outcome. Now it's time for you to learn the techniques yourself. In this next section, we will break down 6 key techniques to transform your nervousness into confidence. The Black Belt Breakdown. Technique 1. Micro skill reps. Social mastery doesn't start with charisma, it starts with mechanics. Like lifting weights, you train small movements first. Eye contact, 1 rep. Asking a follow-up question, another rep. Sharing a 10-second personal story, 3rd rep. You don't need to become a TED Talk level speaker. You need to build form, repetition, and stamina. Training drill. Start a 2-minute conversation daily. No pressure. Practice 1 micro skill at a time. Take notes. What worked? What felt off? Start small, start daily. Technique 2, the 70-30. Listening rule. We think people want us to be interesting, but what they really want is to feel understood. That's where the 70-30 rule comes in. Listen for 70% of the conversation. Speak for 30. When people talk about themselves, their brain releases dopamine. So if you want to connect quickly, let them talk. Training drill. Ask open-ended questions. What got you into that? What's been the highlight of your week? Don't wait for your turn to talk. Watch their tone, energy, and body language. Mirror keywords they use and ask about them. This cultivates genuine engagement. Why put the pressure on yourself to talk when you can easily make people feel heard? Anyone you talk to, whether it be your audience, collaborators, or network, will open up and you'll be able to communicate with them like you never did before. Technique 3. Curiosity redirect. Social anxiety thrives when your focus is on yourself, but curiosity dissolves that. Think of it like this. Every person you meet is a walking library. Most people only read the cover, but when you ask questions like, "What chapter are you on right now?" that's when the magic happens. Training drill. Consider replacing small talk type of questions like, "How's your day going?" Instead, be more specific. What was the most interesting part of your day? Play the game. What can I learn from this person? Take mental notes of key phrases they light up around. Your questions become sharper. Your insights become deeper. Your connections become stronger. And the irony, by thinking less about yourself, you become more magnetic. Technique 4. Social momentum. Ever notice how one good social interaction makes the next one easier? That's social momentum. Like a cold engine that warms up with use, your social energy flows better with consistency. Training drills. Say hello to a stranger every day this week. Revisit the same barista or gym trainer. Build familiarity. Count conversations like steps, not performances. Don't stop. Repetition keeps your sword sharp. Technique 5. Context banking. People may forget your name, but they always remember how you made them feel. Want to stand out to them? Remember their details. Training drill. After a convo, jot down 2 facts, a challenge plus a hobby. Use those to follow up naturally. How'd the hike go? Let their answers build the next layer of trust. To sum it up, don't collect people. Connect with them. In a world where everyone's attention is scattered, your focused attention becomes rare and valuable. This isn't about manipulation, it's about intentionality. The best communicators aren't just talented, they're attentive to their audience. Technique 6. Vulnerability. Staircase. Confidence gets attention, vulnerability gets trust. But vulnerability isn't about oversharing, it's about openness. Try this. Share a light insecurity, like, "I get nervous about this stuff too." See how others mirror back. Do any feel the same? I bet a few can relate. This creates connection. Don't jump off cliffs by oversharing, take small steps. That is why this technique is called the vulnerability staircase. All this to say, be human, not heroic. Every master knows when to show their humanity. Not as a weakness, but as a bridge. It means being intentionally transparent about what matters. The inner reflection. Before we wrap, ask yourself, which belt are you wearing right now? White belt, avoiding reps, fearing judgment. Blue belt, experimenting with micro skills. Black belt in training, focused, curious, consistent. Let's recap. You've learned how to turn social anxiety into usable energy, how to build connection through listening, curiosity, and daily reps, how to stay consistent, follow up intentionally, and lead with vulnerability. These aren't just tactics, they're trainable skills for lifelong connection. Your challenge. Comment confidence if you're putting in your social reps this week. Subscribe to our channel to train weekly. This Growth Bushido Dojo is here to help you walk the path to self-mastery. Os!